Hello everyone. I'm recording this series of the videos to review some of the most important algorithms, especially after the midterm 2. And let me start from some of the important things, for the last week of the lecture and the final exam. Okay, so for the final exam, and make sure that you mark the final exam day on your calendar, and it will be the May the 5th from the noon to 11:59 p.m. And this is on our syllabus, and it is also this exam time also follows the guideline of the final exam schedule from UNC Wilmington. So if you find you cannot do the final exam on this day, and try to let me know early. If you ask me, hey, can I take this exam 1 day early or 2 days early, and probably it will be doable. But if you ask me to do this exam 1 or 2 days late, and it will be much harder, because after the final exam I only have a few days to finish all the grading and then report your final grade. Okay, so the final exam will be a take home, and remember it is individual work. So while you are doing the final exam, and you can use the lecture notes and your personal notes and your own code and your own solution to the homework, and of course you can refer to the lecture videos. And if you have your any of the personal resources that you have created by yourself and for yourself, and go ahead and use them. Okay, so this is I can't say this is a open internet exam, but you can definitely use the internet to view the lecture videos. But if you use the internet, say for example, to search some of the questions online, or if you're using internet to share your solutions to other people, or you're doing other people's exam, and then this will be a violation of the honor code. So if I see any suspect cases of the honor code violation, and then I'm gonna report this kind of case to the dean of the student office. And remember, this is not a fun process, so please try to do your own work, and only your own work, and only use the resources that allowed to be used during the final exam. Okay, and another thing I want to remind you is for the final exam, and you want to find a handy tool to make the visualizations. And it can be PowerPoint, for example, or if you just want to use the Microsoft drawing board built in Windows, that's also fine. So there will be some of the questions that require you to do the visual illustrations, and if you and then all the solutions should be typed. So make sure that you are prepared for this kind of the tools. Okay, so the next part, class evaluation. So I appreciate any of your class evaluation feedback, and and this is hyperlink for the class evaluation. So if the goal is I want to reach a class evaluation rate higher than 65%. So if I get a class evaluation a rate higher than this, and everyone will receive 1 bonus point toward the final weighted course total. So, and if you ask me, is there going to be any curve after the final exam, and this will be my answer. So at least I'm going to offer you 1 point toward your weighted course total. And is there anything else? Is there any other curving I'm going to do? I can't promise you that for now. And there might be if I find it is necessary. So, the plan for the next week. So we still have the next week of the classes, and then we are going to, after today, there will be 2 sets of the review videos. And then for my office hours, the next week, my office hours will be still at the regular time. That will be Wednesday and Thursday, 1 to 2 p.m. And on Friday, there will be a online problem session. So if I'm going to post this lecture notes, and if you click on this one, and it will be a Zoom link. And by the way, for my office hours, Wednesday and Thursday, 1 to 2 p.m., if you want to talk to me but you cannot come to my office hours, and then just send me a request. I can talk to you online too. Okay, and then after the last day of the exam, and my office hour will be by appointment only. So and then shoot me an email if you need to talk to me, and then let's schedule a time, and you can either come to my office or we can talk online. Okay, and then if you have any questions and requests, and feel free to contact me. Especially for this kind of the review session videos, I started doing this kind of videos 1 year ago, and it was start from the request of my students, and they asked me to do certain videos explaining the algorithm, and then they also asked me to use the same plot or the same graph to show different algorithms, and this is how I started this series of the video. So okay, so the first question, graph presentation. We have this kind of a undirected graph, and then we want to do a adjacency list representation. Adjacency list. So how do we do that? So let me switch to my drawing board. I want to discard. Okay, good. So and then this is my drawing board, and I want to get rid of this first. For the adjacency list, and remember it will be a list of linked lists. So if we want to do a list and say we want to do a list like this, so it will be slot 0, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, there will be 8 slots. So at the very beginning, those slots will be the head of the linked list, and then all the linked lists are empty. So and then for the node 0, where can node 0 go to? So it can go to say 8, and then it can go to 1, and it can go to 3, right? And then for 1, which node can node 1 go to? It can go to 0, and then it can go to 7. Okay, so when I'm writing this way, and please remember, so slot 0 represents the node 0, and then for the linked list on this slot, they are the nodes that node 0 can go to directly. So in this case, and node 0 is connected to 8, and then 1, and then 7. Oops, then 3. Okay, and then another thing I usually want to require on the final exam is you could consider this kind of the linked list as sorted linked list. So they are going to be sorted. So once I say they are going to be sorted, and then this linked list is going to be wrong. So let me erase the values, and then let me write down the values again. So this one is going to be it's going to be 1, and then 7, and then 8. Okay, so if I say you have to put all the nodes in the linked list sorted from low to high, and then it will be something like this. So if we want to see all the adjacent nodes from to node 0, and then we are going to visit 1 first before 7 and before 8. So for some of the algorithms, depending on how we store the values in this kind of linked list, and the result can be different. So just remember, in the final exam, I'm going to require you to sort all the values in the adjacency list from low to high. Okay, so this example for this algorithm, for this representation, and then I think you can start from here and then do all the rest of the work. So for example, like 2, and then 2 is adjacent to 3 and 5, and 2 is also adjacent to 7. So all those 3 nodes should be sorted from low to high. So it will be 3, and then 5, and then 7. Okay, so this is the first representation I want to cover in the first video, and I will see you in the next one.